founder of TriathleteMind and your coach for mastering the inner game of triathlon. In this short video, I wanted to give you a simple yet critical rule for understanding what it takes to be at your best. And that is what I call the 80-20 rule for peak performance. When it comes to being at your best, your success and your performance really comes down to two things, two factors: your mechanics and your mind. And most people will think that it's your mechanics, your technique, your physical skills, your strength and stamina that lead to your success, that determine your success. But the reality is, when we're talking about being at your best and really fulfilling your potential, it's your mind that makes up 80% of that. 20% is just the mechanics. And when I talk about your mind, what I really mean is talking about your inner game. Your inner game, it's your thoughts, it's your decisions, it's the perspective that you bring to what's happening in the moment, the feedback that you interpret, and how you're going to take action on that going forward. It's how you respond when that critical competitor passes you and you're feeling really slow, you're hitting that low point of your race. But it's also that factor when you dig up that extra determination to really push yourself on when things are going really hard. It's these things that are the critical determining factors into your success and to really being at your best. So if you're not getting the results that you want, you've got to start questioning what's happening in your inner game. If you're not getting the consistent improvement or really being able to shine when it really counts, to be at your best when it matters the most, you've got to start wondering, you've got to start questioning yourself. Not in a negative way, not in a judgmental way, but just get curious. What's happening in my inner game? What am I thinking in that moment that may not be really supporting me to be at my best? And if there's one suggestion I can give you in this video, that is to, when you approach every training session, get really specific on what aspect of your mechanics, of your technique, do you want to improve and do you need to improve in order to power you forward to get that fastest time ever. And when you can get really specific on the certain element or the certain components of that training session that you really want to put your greatest focus on, your greatest drive into, and your greatest emotions into as well. That is what's going to make the difference for you. And when you can start doing that more consistently in your training sessions, that will just stack and stack and stack on top of each other. So when it comes to race day, you are powering ahead of everybody. And more importantly, you're powering ahead of your old former self. That you're showing yourself what you're fully made of. And you can actually experience what it feels like to be the athlete that you're meant to be. So start thinking about your inner game and start realizing that 80-20 rule for peak performance. 80% is your mind and your inner game, 20% is your mechanics. So start working on your inner game today. If you have any questions about your inner game, feel free to drop me a note. Come on to my website at TriathleteMind.com. I'll answer all your questions there, and there's lots of more resources for you as well. Speak to you soon, and hope to get to know you better as a triathlete and get to help you master your inner game so you can exceed your own expectations of yourself along the way.